Hey there, it's Rochelle Morgan here from Show Me Hope, a crisis counseling program from Missouri, from Tri-County Mental Health and Soundscaping Source. And I'm back with some jokes for you and a little bit of self-care education as we get through this pandemic together. All right, jokes first. I've got 2 jokes about sleeping today. Number 1, I'm so good at sleeping, I can do it with my eyes closed. That's good, right? That's good. My daughter thought that was really funny. Okay, here's another one. If a child refuses to sleep during nap time, are they guilty of resisting arrest? Yes, that's hilarious. Yeah. Okay, so those are sleep jokes. But sleep, it can be a very serious topic, and it can be something that makes us anxious, really anxious. If we don't get enough sleep, that's one of those things that can really get people spinning and really worrying about things. So the first thing that I want to say is that we are in a pandemic. We are experiencing a disaster together, and so it is very common for our sleep habits to change, for our sleep hygiene to get interrupted. So that's normal. So if you're experiencing that, needing more sleep, not being able to sleep, that is very common and you're not alone. However, it is really important that we practice some good habits, what we call sleep hygiene, to help us improve sleep, because getting good sleep is one of the most important things to help us deal with disaster stress and to get through something like this pandemic that we're experiencing. So I want to share 5 tips with you and then also give you a resource for a little more support if you need some extra help. The first thing is that you want to be consistent with your sleep patterns as much as you can. So that's probably been interrupted because of the pandemic, work schedule, school, everybody's staying home, lots of things changing, getting up early to go to the grocery store at the right time of day, whatever. It changes things. So you may have to have a new kind of consistent schedule compared to what you've done before. But you do want to be consistent. So get to bed at the same time each night, get up at the same time each morning, try to keep your naps during the day short. Okay. Tip number 2 is to make sure that your bedroom is quiet and relaxing, comfortable temperature, dark. Those are all things that our body takes as cues to relax and help you go to sleep. It's also important that you try to do daytime activities somewhere other than your bedroom. For me, it really helps me to get up in the morning to make my bed and to go do things in other parts of my house. When I was living in a much smaller place and all I had was a bedroom, making the bed was one of those things that could help switch me to daytime mode. So that's something to try too. Tip number 3 is to remove your electronic devices from the bedroom. So you can take your TV out of the bedroom, you can make sure that your phone, your smartphone, your tablets, your computers, all of those things are outside of your bedroom when it's time for you to go to bed. Those bright lights can keep our brains awake and be really distracting. Tip number 4 is to avoid large meals, caffeine, and alcohol before bedtime. We know that those are things that disrupt sleep. And so if you're having trouble going to sleep and staying asleep, then you should avoid large meals, alcohol, and caffeine within a couple of hours of bedtime. And then tip number 5, this is one that can be a little bit tricky right now because of our stay-at-home protections and that kind of thing. But tip number 5 is to get some exercise. Being physically active during the day can help you to sleep well at night. So whether that is taking a walk around the block, lifting some weights at home, doing an easy chair-based exercise with some videos on YouTube or somewhere else, that kind of physical activity will help to make it easier for you to sleep at night. Okay? So all jokes aside, sleep is something that's very important as we get through this pandemic together. So try some of these tips. And if you need more support in reestablishing some good sleep habits, if you're feeling anxious and your mind is spinning and you can't figure out how to calm you down your brain enough to go to sleep, then you might try calling us at Show Me Hope and to access some crisis counseling. This program is free and anonymous. You can get some mental health support to help you with the sleep problem and the anxiety and things that you might be experiencing because of disaster. It's free. It's anonymous, it's easy to access, and we are here for you. So I'll put the number below this video, and I will see you again soon.